Let me know. Hello, this is Joseph Potenza, with his very good friend Christina.
Hello.
And Christina, have you ever given your last name?
No.
Ah, okay. Anyway, we're here for Bible study. We're in Matthew 21. First, I'd like to remind you, if you want to talk to me or Christina, call 818-843-4638. And please leave your number slowly. I will call you back, and I will pass it on if it's appropriate to Christina, just to let you know. All right, chapter 21. Now, when they drew near to Jerusalem and came to Bethlehem, to the Mount of Olives, then Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, "Go into the village in front of you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. You untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, you shall say, 'The Lord needs them, and he will send them as ones.'" Then this took place to fulfill what was spoken by the prophet, saying, "Say to the daughter of Zion, Behold, your king is coming to you, humble and mount on a donkey, and on a colt, the foal of a beast of burden." The disciples went and did as Jesus had directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put on them their cloaks, and he sat on them. Most of the crowd spread their cloaks on the ground, and others cut branches from the trees and spread them on the road. And the crowd that went before him and that followed him were shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest." And when he had entered Jerusalem, the whole city was standing up saying, "Who is this?" And the crowd said, "This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee." Okay. I would like to point out, if I may, things that are predictable and unpredictable. This is repeated in Jesus' life over and over. It's like the tide comes in and the tide goes out. Right now, they're on his side. Later, not so much. Why is that? Why is that? Well, it's because, as I've said, being born in 1947, that when I was born, Roswell was the big deal. That and the founding of Israel. Spaceships, aliens, movies, books, you name it, enticed the public for many years. Recently, Fox News shows pictures from the government of these craft. Not too much. The truth is, and this is part of the power of evil, we get dulled. It's like if you're rich, you get used to it, And if you're not, every little thing really matters a lot. The wise man, the truly wise man, portions out. And if something is of value, he appreciates it as such. So this is the dilemma that Jesus is in. Well, let us continue. Oh, and by the way, please remind me, Christina, I have something I want to say at the end of the reading. And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and brought in the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said to them, "It is written, 'My house shall be called the house of prayer,' but you made it a den of robbers." And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and the scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying out in the temple, "Hosanna to the Son of David," they were indignant, and they said to him, "Do you hear what these are saying?" And Jesus said to them, "Yes. Have you never read, 'Out of the mouth of infants and nursing babes, you have prepared praise'?" And leaving them, he went out of the city to Bethany and lodged there. Interesting. Any comment, Christina?
Oh, why thank you for finally asking me a question. I was wondering when that would happen.
Well, Christina, you must speak up for yourself. Be a man. It's a joke,
You're so
friend.
funny.
It's a joke.
Anyways, it's true. He's just reminding us that he is humble, that you don't need money to be happy. Even the rich are not happy. They lose their way. They're corrupt. People who are poor seem to have a more sense of groundness and know what's more important, and that's their health, their family, the people that they love. And money comes along when you need it. So don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Who cares what the others have? You're rich in faith. You will have so much more in the end. As far as the churches go, turning the outside of the church into a marketplace and forgetting that they're there to worship, they're there to pray, to give their sins over to God and be forgiven, is what really upset Jesus, because they were turning away from the temple life and turning it into a marketplace. And that's not what churches should be about. Churches should only focus on the one thing, saving your soul, and not buying a bird to eat later in the day, or to sacrifice at whatever ritual they do, whatever. But it is a good reminder of why Jesus got so upset. And anybody would get upset if someone set out camp in front of your home and was selling things and doing things and bringing people in just to litter and pee and, make a mess of your front yard. That's all he was upset over. And I know people get very forthcoming with, "Oh, well, Jesus got upset. Jesus got mad. Jesus," yeah, you're right, he did. He absolutely did. But you got to remember, he came down